17G, the most recent Southern All-Stars champion. That will be the 17G out of Dublin, Georgia, the right-powered rocket. That will be Caleb Gay. Caleb Gay in the 17. Behind him, one of the World of Outlaw regulars and the newly crowned Ice Bowl champion for 2024 out of Marshalltown, Iowa, the J. Dickens-powered Wells of the Reaper, Ryan Gustin. Ryan Gustin in the 19. Behind him, a two-time Schaefer's Oil Spring Nationals champion, coming to make it a three-time in 2024 out of Dawsonville, Georgia. The Clements-powered double nickel H&H Auto Sales number 79. It's D-Mac, Donald McIntosh. Donald McIntosh in the 79. Behind him in the 71K out of Statesboro, Georgia, the H&R Powered Rocket XR1 of Jim Rogers. Jim Rogers in the 71K. Race fans, this is Spring Pro Precision Equipment smashing the clock hot laps. Spring Pro Precision Equipment is an industrial leader for the highest quality precision sheet metal, brakes, spring smashers, pull-down rigs, and much more. They strive to manufacture the highest quality products that meet the needs of their customers at an affordable price. For more information, check out www.springpro1.com. Green flag is out. That means we are officially underway here in our Spring Pro Precision Equipment smashing the clock hot laps. First laps around the Waycross Motor Speedway for the series in its 11th season. As cars getting the feel for the racetrack as not only the green lights and the caution lights on. Of course, they did have a practice session here last night. So the cars will get up to speed. We'll see what times come across. Of course, the My Race Pass app, that is where you can find the live timing and scoring for the Schaefer's Oil Spring Nationals, presented by Coltman Farms Racing and fueled by Sunoco Race Fuels. So this first group out onto the racetrack, 22 super late models here on hand for the opening night of the 2024 season. Brandon Overton, last year's season opener, he did so at Swainsboro. Unfortunately, I'll give you some news on that coming up as this first group will see their hot lap session come to a close. So continuing to let these super late models put some laps here on the Waycross Motor Speedway. And what an effort they did to get this track. They were still packing this track in as the lights were out. Headlights on all the packed cars as the caution flag will officially come out. And that will indicate the end of this first group. So Group 1 will see their hot lap session come to a close, and we'll get ready to roll on what will be the next set. Of course, we will come back with Group A, Group B qualifying in the FK Ronnie and Time Trials. That will come up momentarily. Once again, 602s, you need to be getting ready. 602s, we will call you after we conclude our Spring Pro Precision Equipment smashing the clock hot laps. So the next set will get ready to roll out onto the racetrack. The first car we'll see roll out onto the racetrack is a driver we saw a year ago at Swainsboro, now getting his grip on these late models. Never mind, they swap it up on me. That'll be the F1. That will be Commerce, Georgia's Peyton Freeman. Peyton Freeman, the runner-up in the 2022 Spring Nationals. He'll be the first car to make his way down into turns 1 and 2. Behind him, it'll be the driver out of Evans, Georgia, the Clements Wells, CrossFit Overton and Muscle, Earnhardt Technology, number 76. 9 career Sprint Nationals wins. That is big, sexy Brandon Overton. Brandon Overton in the 76. Behind him, the driver I originally started to talk about will be the driver originally out of Bakersfield, California with the Clements Longhorn, Copeland Farms Racing, MPM Marketing, 174. That will be Ethan Dotson. Ethan Dotson in the 174. Behind him out of Salem, Alabama, the Clements Rocket XR1 Riverside Window and Door Company, number 4040. It's Juicy Dalton Cook. Dalton Cook in the 44D. Behind him in the 99, it'll be the driver out of Columbus, Georgia, the Clements Longhorn of J.R. Mosley. J.R. Mosley in the 99. And the last car in this first group that'll make its way out of turn number 4 out of Winchester, Tennessee, the Durham-powered Rocket Hangers, Hardwood, and Shower Glass. Number 29, it's Highside Hank, Christian Hanger. So Spring Pro Precision Equipment Smashing the Clock Hot Lap session number 2 underway. So this second group starting to see some times come in. And right now, Ethan Dotson, 16.330 over Overton, 16.525. So right now, Dotson would be the quickest on the board. Not seeing Group 1's times come up, so unofficially, we'll leave it there as this group's getting ready to see their hot lap session come to an end. Yellow flag's going to come out, and they'll do so. And at the conclusion of our second group to hit the racetrack, it'll be Ethan Dotson, 16.251. 16.251 for Ethan Dotson. Brandon Overton second quick at a 16.525. And Dalton Cook, how about that? Third fastest at a 16.688. 16.688 for Dalton Cook. So Ethan Dotson right now, 16.251. That sets a top of the Spring Pro Precision Equipment Smashing the Clock Hot Lap session as we will roll out what should be our next group to the racetrack. First car we'll see, that will be the 18 of Mark Fleischer. Mark Fleischer out of Yulee, Florida, the Clements Rocket XR1, number 18. Behind him, love it when I see this guy entered. Out of Pleasant Hill, Iowa, the J. Dickens Wells, Carl Chevrolet May property. Number 30, it's Todd Cooney. Todd Cooney in the 30. And behind him, really going to get a lot of experience this year in the super late model. It'll be out of Jupiter, Florida, the Durham Rocket, Wilkerson Farms, Impact Electric. It's the Shark, Clay Harris. Clay Harris in the 6. Behind him, that will be out of Gainesville, Georgia, the Vic Hill train chassis of Gus Simpson in the 11. Gus Simpson in the 11. Behind him, got to know this kid a year ago in the Spring Nationals out of Birmingham, Alabama. The Oliver Race Engine Black Diamond M2 of Caden Mullinax. Caden Mullinax in the red M2. And the final car, it looks like to be in this group, will be the driver out of the state of North Carolina, to Franklin, North Carolina, the Vic Hill Longhorn, Copeland Farms Racing, Colin Sines, 187 of the bad boy, David McCoy. Third group of Spring Pro Precision Equipment Smashing the Clock Hot Laps underway. Clay Harris goes 16.809 on his opening lap. McCoy went 16.982. So we'll continue to see these cars work around the racetrack here in our third group as Todd Cooney has come up slow down here in turns 3 and 4. The Iowa driver is going to take the 30. We'll see if he'll make the right-hand turn. He will. The World of Outlaw Case Construction late model driver. Of course, him and Ryan Gustin here with us this weekend. Unfortunately, Cooney's going to take his car topside. See if he can't twist and tune on that one a little more. Boy, Kelly Harris is putting on a rocket ship right now. As there you get a look at the 11. That's actually the 11 of Royce Bray. Bray in the red 11. Gus Simpson in the black 11. Same owner of the car as the caution flag comes out. Clay Harris unofficially goes 16.595. That'll be the quickest out of that group. David McCoy went 16.982. That's second fastest out of this third group that has hit the racetrack. Once again, race fans, you can keep up with everything when it comes to the Schaefer's Oil Spring Nationals. Social media-wise on Facebook, just go to Southern National Series on Facebook. On X, of course, formerly Twitter, you can type in the @ and SONATS. That's SONATS on Twitter to keep up with everything when it comes to the Schaefer's Oil Spring Nationals. Next to the racetrack, final group should be the driver to Blackshear, Georgia, the H&R Powered Rocket XR 151T. That will be Chad Tootin. Chad Tootin in the 51T. Behind him, out of Dublin, Georgia, the J. Dickens Rocket XR1 Williams Paint and Body Shop, 121 of Pearson Lee Williams. Pearson Lee Williams in the 121. Behind him in the 11S, that will be Gainesville, Georgia, the Vic Hill Train Chassis of Gus Simpson. Gus Simpson in the 11. The 44 on the back straightaway. Out of O'Hara, Georgia, the race engine design, powered Longhorn, Scruggs Concrete, number 44 of Jeff Baggett. Jeff Baggett in the 44. In the 03W, that will be the driver of Jacksonville, Florida, the Terry Sykes powered Kryptonite. How about that, a Kryptonite chassis here with us tonight. That'll be Maury West in the 03. And it looks like we might have a 602 that slipped onto the racetrack. That would be that number 3 car tailing at the back of the field. They're going to have him come off. And this looks like our final group of Spring Pro Precision Equipment smashing the clock hot laps here at Waycross Motor Speedway. 602s you will be coming up.
602 late models, you're needed in staging. 602 late models, you're needed in staging.
So the green flag comes out on what will be the final session here for the Schaefer's Oil Spring Nationals, presented by Coleman Farms Racing and fueled by Sunoco Race Fuels. Race fans, thank you for being with us here on this Thursday night, wherever you're watching from. So glad to have you, and especially the fans that have stuck it out here in the grandstands after the delay with the power issues. Totally nothing the racetrack could do. We were at the mercy of the power crews, and boy, did they get us up and going. So final group out on the racetrack making their way through right now. As it looks like on the back, Maury West is going to come to a stop on the back straightaway. And he is setting idle against the inside fence on the back straightaway, and that's going to bring out the caution. So caution will come out as, unfortunately, Maury West will set, there you see him set stalled on the back straightaway. Not sure what happened to the 03, just kind of faded, slowed right into the infield wall. And the Jacksonville, Florida driver will set back there, stopped on the back straightaway. We'll see if he needs attention, as track personnel will make their way to him. We do want to say a big thank you to the marketing partners that make the Schaefer's Oil Spring Nationals go up and down the road. Schaefer's Oil and Specialized Lubricants, Coleman Farms Racing, Sunoco Race Fuels, American Race Tires, American Racer South, Delph Communications, Easy Go, Spring Pro Precision Equipment, Vidalia Power Sports, Arizona Sports Shirts, Capital Race Cars, Collins Signs, DirtOnDirt.com, Earnhardt Technology Group, FK Rod Ends, Interstate Welding and Steel Supply, JM Custom Laser, Knowles Race Parts and Bodies, Masters Built Race Cars, SFP Performance Systems, The Joy of Seating, The Steering Buddy, Velocity USA, Vic Hill Racing Engines, Vincent Sims Construction, and Wiles Drive Shafts, the official marketing partners of the Schaefer's Oil Spring Nationals. And while it's kind of quiet, unfortunately, the good news is we're racing here tonight. The bad news is Mother Nature just does not favor tomorrow's conditions. And unfortunately, the Swainsboro event set for tomorrow night has been canceled, so we will not be traveling to Swainsboro. I hate that. I was wanting to see JJ and all the team there at Swainsboro, but unfortunately Mother Nature not going to play nice. Expecting rain there tonight, early tomorrow. Just did not look favoring. But the good news, Sonoy Raceway, Saturday, the plans are a go for now. Hopefully we will see you Saturday night for race number 2 of the 2024 season. So Maury West going to get his car pointed at least in the right direction, and the crew's going to push that 03, and hopefully they can get him back for FK Rod in time trials. And I just got word that the motor has expired in the 03, so tough to see that happen for the driver to Jacksonville, Florida. In that Terry Sykes Kryptonite Lens Electric M&E Collision Centers RSW Racing 03. So we will see him make the hard left-hand turn. Unfortunately, that Florida driver will see his night come to an end way earlier than expected. Still a few laps will remain here in this final group of Sprint Pro Precision Equipment Hot Laps. So still right now, Ethan Dotson will have the fastest time overall at a 16.3 right now. So we'll see if anybody in this last group here can take that away from him, or he will collect the first Spring Pro Precision Equipment Hot Lap Award of 2024. By the way, that is pretty cool. We did that a year ago. Hot laps actually mean something. I think that was an incentive for some of these drivers, especially during the Southern National Series, which, by the way, the dates are out for that. 12 races in 16 days, starting July the 12th. That's my birthday present to myself. We kick off the Southern Nationals. I like that. So final group out onto the racetrack right now. Still atop of the board, it would be Ethan Dotson. Pretty good start for the Coltman Farms Racing team, especially with that 174. David McCoy not too shabby either with that 16.982. There you get a look at Jeff Baggett in that 44 machine, working his way down the back straightaway. The driver out of Haraya, Georgia. Race engine design powered Longhorn. Good to have him with us here this evening. As this group getting ready to see the yellow flag fly, 602s will be making their way next. 602 will be coming next, and there is that caution flag that will indicate the end of the Sprint Pro Precision Equipment Hot Laps. And unofficially, your fastest driver in Hot Laps will be the driver originally from Bakersfield, California, in the Clements Longhorn Coltman Farms Racing, MPM Marketing, Bill Stites Shocks, Autism Awareness, Special Needs School of Gwinnett, 174, Ethan Dotson. So race fans, for the first time ever, the Schaefer's Oil Spring Nationals have concluded their hot laps. They will gear up for FK Rod in time trials that will be coming up momentarily. Brian, I'll turn it back to you as we get ready for the 602s to hit the racetrack.
Thank you, Cody. 602, you should be in the grid or in the staging area for hot lap qualifying. 602 late models, you should be in staging for hot lap qualifying. Benny McCarty Memorial Super Street drivers, be getting ready for your hot lap qualifying. And we're getting ready to roll out with the 602 late models here. This will be their qualifying and hot laps, 4 laps. We have 16 drivers signed in tonight for the 602 late models, paying $800 to win for 602 late models tonight. Got a few new drivers here in the 602 late models tonight, one of those being the Harley Bennett. As we are waiting for them to roll on the Speedway now. .602 late models. I still see somebody sitting in a trailer. You're needed down in staging. 602 late models. If you're not in staging, you're late. Let's go, driver. 602 late models. Let's put them in staging. And here we go. 602 late models starting to roll on the speedway here momentarily, as they are starting to head up the hill here in turn 4 to roll out on the speedway. 7 of Jordan Lockhart leading them out. 21 appears Thrift rolling out in second spot right now. The 9 Sia Chester. Name very familiar to Waycross Motor Speedway. The 3K at Kale Van Sickle. Just rolling past the flag stand. Getting scored and situated, and we'll get ready to go green here in 602 late model hot lap qualifying. Once again, if you're not in staging, you need to be there. If you're in 602 late models, if you're not in staging, you need to be there. As you see Jordan Lockhart rolling past the front straightaway here. Pierce Thrift in the 21. Nine Sia Chester and that black and white number 9. And here comes Cal Van Sickle. The Van Sickle name, very familiar. Van Sickle's Machine Shop on the side of that car. And the 3K, that is Cal Van Sickle. And we're getting ready to go green here in 602 late model hot lap qualifying. Green is out. Van Sickle slow down in turn 3. He's going to move to the top side of the track. Coming around and complete lap number 1. Top time right now, Jordan Lockhart, 18.782 on lap number 1. Lockhart able to pick it up to a 17.963 on that second lap. Pierce Thrift back in second. Chester and Cal Van Sickle back in the 4th spot. Four-lap qualifying here in the 602 late models. Lockhart able to pick it up to a 17.748. Still Thrift, Chester, and Van Sickle as your top 4 cars right now. And that will conclude the first group here in 602 late models. The 7 of Jordan Lockhart, still fast time, able to pick it up to a 17.611 on final lap. Awaiting the second group of 602 late models. Again, there are 16 drivers tonight signed up for 602 late models, so a good turnout. Benny McCarty, Memorial Super Street drivers, be getting ready. Benny McCarty, Memorial Super Street drivers, be getting ready. You are next. Zero 06 of John Baker rolling on the speedway now. Going to be going green next time by Scott Waters in the 5, rolling past the flag stand to J32 of Jay Lynn, followed by the 95 of Troy Walker. 4 cars on the speedway now. Getting them spaced out here so we can go green flag this time by. Green is out for the second group of 602 late model qualifying. Still fast time, Jordan Lockhart from the first group, 17.611 for Lockhart. New fast time goes to the 06 of John Baker. John Baker, fast time with a 17.573. Jordan Lockhart, Chester, Kel Van Sickle, Scott Waters, Pierce Thrift, Jay Lynn, and Troy Walker. We are halfway done with 602 late model qualifying. Fast time belongs to the 06 of John Baker with a 17.503. And we got a car down on the back straightaway. That does look like the 06 of John Baker on the back straightaway. Get him pushed out of the way, and then we'll get rolling here with the third group of 602 late models on the track now. The 20K of Nick Kirkus, the 9 of Nick Johnson, followed by the 12B of Stephen Bryant, and the 505 Bubba Rawling. Looking down on the back straightaway right now, trying to get the 06 of John Baker off the speedway on the back straightaway. Push truck is there, ready to push him off. So we can continue on with 602 late model hot lap qualifying. Benny McCarty Memorial Super Street, you should be ready to go. Benny McCarty Memorial Super Street, you should be ready to go. And certainly appreciate all you fans for sticking it out. We have a good crowd in the stands tonight. Had a bit of an issue with the power earlier. Thank you for sticking it out. It's going to be a great show tonight. Each division has a good car count, so it should be a great show. We're getting ready to go green in this group here for 602 late models. Drivers being told to pick up the pace. They're going green this time by still John Baker on the pole. Provisional pole, 12.573. Lockhart back in that second position with a 17.611. Nick Kirkus, Nick Johnson, Stephen Bryant, and Bubba Rawling on the speedway now. Nick Johnson up to the 6th spot. Stephen Bryant up to 7th. Bubba Rawling able to jump into the top 5. The 505 of Bubba Rawling up to 4th with a 17.721 for Bubba Rawling. Able to pick it up to a 17.714. See if he can top the time of John Baker with a 17.573. Nick Johnson in the 9 now into the top 5. Nick Johnson up to 5th. Stephen Bryant into the top 5. Bryant up to the 4th spot with a 17.700. So right now, the big movers in this group are Bryant, Rawling, and Johnson. Stephen Bryant now up to 3rd with a 17.645. Bumping Chester back to 4th. Bubba Rawling 5th. Nick Johnson also put down a good lap time. He's back in that 6th spot with a 17.885. Nick Kirkus back in 9th out of this group with an 18.053. We got one more group to go, I do believe. Super Street, Benny McCarty Memorial Super Street. You need to be in staging. Benny McCarty Super Street. You need to be in staging for your hot lap qualifying. 15 drivers signed up tonight in the Benny McCarty Memorial Race in the Super Street division. Again, you need to be in staging. On the racetrack now, the 27 of Brandon Stone. 31D of Dustin Beckenheimer. 2x4 Chase Collins. Beckenheimer up to the 10th spot. Chase Collins now up to 10th with an 18.277 for Collins in that 2x4 car. Chase Collins able to go up to the 8th spot with a 17.953. So steady getting faster in the 2x4 car of Chase Collins. And Chase Collins jumps up into the 6th spot, 17.864 for Chase Collins. And it will be to 06 of John Baker on the pole with a 17.573. Up next, we will have the Benny McCarty Memorial Super Street Hot Lap qualifying. 15 drivers signed in. And these drivers are racing for $947 tonight, thanks to McCarty Motorsports and Southern Modern Chick for putting up $100 each at the last minute to increase their purse to $947 to the Benny McCarty Memorial Super Street. As you see, many of the Super Street cars are lined up down in the infield area. Have a few over in the Turn 4 area, I do believe, as well. Once again, thank you, folks, for sticking it out with us through the power outage. Got it resolved, got the show rolling, and we're going to keep it rolling and hopefully get you out of here at a reasonable time. Once again, the B-mains have been canceled. There will be no B-mains, so once we're done with hot lap qualifying, we will roll right into the opening ceremonies, followed by the feature races. So being told that the fast qualifier, tough break for the fast qualifier, the 06 of John Baker blew the engine in that car during qualifying. So your fast time, 17.573. Baker laid down a 17.573, but did blow a motor in qualifying. So here we go, Benny McCarty Super Street qualifying. Green is out. On the track now, the 55 of Zeke Smith, the 27 of Joe Godwin, the 15 of Cody Wally, and 11X of Bum Nelson. Bum Nelson and 11X, a long-time racer here at Waycross Motor Speedway. Fast time right now, the 55 of Zeke Smith with a 19.881, 19.881 for the 55 of Zeke Smith.